Good afternoon, or good afternoon, America. Good afternoon, good evening, Europe. And if there's anyone from Asia, wow, that's late. Good morning. Hope you're well. It's Wednesday, so I don't normally engage with public trading on Wednesdays, but I will do it on FOMC, so let's get to it. The rule of four states that I've watched practically every single news item for the last 23 years. This is a couple of years ago, so you can add a few more years. And it dawned on me that I wasn't successful when I was trading the FOMC. So I downloaded every single FOMC night that I could get my hands on, which was a considerable amount. I think there's 8 meetings a year, and it's a press conference I'm interested in, although the structure of the FOMC meeting has changed over the years. It used to just be one big announcement, but now recently we have had a press conference 30 minutes after the initial announcement. I don't really care what the announcement is at all. I have absolutely no fundamental interest in it. What I have done now, and I've done it with a practically zero failure rate so far, is what I call the rule of four. The chart to the left is the Dow index on a 10-minute chart. So while I would be using the rule of four on a 5-minute chart on news items that are released before the market opens, sorry, I have other, as you can see, I'm long the Dow already and the Nasdaq as well, but I have a different reason for doing that. I'm happy to tell you what it is, but you can actually, let's just explain the rule of four first. So the rule of four basically says that you put your chart on a 10-minute chart basis. You can use it in Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P 500. You can even use it on the FTSE and the DAX as well if you want to trade that tonight. Just be mindful that most brokers will have a slightly higher spread when you're trading these instruments outside normal trading hours. And then you basically count the first 10-minute bar is obviously where the news was released. Then you count 2, then you count 3, and then you get the 4th bar, which is the rule of 4. And what the rule of 4 states basically is just like how I would trade the school run. You go short below and you go long above. That's the simplicity of it. Where it does get a bit tricky is when you have these big bars, you technically need to have your stop loss above the high of the trigger bar, which can cause some rather big stop losses. And if those stop losses are too big, you can either cut down your trading size or altogether just sit it out, or you can go in on a smaller time frame and see if you can somehow find a more suitable stop loss. There's another example here. So if we zoom in, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it would mean that I'll take a long position above here. You can also flip the switch and then go short down here. Let's do another one. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the one we just did, by the way. So long above, short below. Here's another one here. Let's count this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Short below. Let's do another one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Long above. Here's an example of how the market took 20 minutes before it actually decided what to do. We got 21 seconds until the next bar is triggered, and this is where the point where I'm going to take profit on my position, and so I have a clean slate. So I've initiated the bar counter, and so bar number 1, you can see here, bar number 3 is just completed, and now I'm waiting 10 minutes for bar number 4 to complete. And once bar number 4 is complete, I'll be long above and I'll be short below. That's it. It is a relatively straightforward technique to understand. You're welcome to obviously download this if you want. I can take you through some more examples if you want. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, long above and short below. There's enough in this move to at least get the stop loss to break even. Can you trade in the S&P 500? Yes, you can. Can you trade in the Nasdaq? Yes, you can. On an FOMC night, the stock indices are going to be highly correlated. Here's the Nasdaq from the 22nd of March in 2023. 1, 2, 3, 4, long above, short below. Here's the Dow from the 1st of Feb. 1, 2, 3, 4, long above. So this PDF is available to download on my Telegram channel, which is called Trader Tom. I can just show you here if you want. So here we go. It's right here. And as you can see, I have I posted the Rule of 4 PDF. Just be mindful that the Rule of 4 on FOMC is using a 10-minute chart, whilst the Rule of 4 for something like non-farm payroll, CPI, PPI uses a 5-minute time frame. Okay. So now all I have to do is wait. And once this bar that is currently in action, which is 7 minutes to completion, I can place orders above and orders below. I am not sure that, let me just ask my developer, has Rule of 4 been coded into the software? I don't think it has. Okay. So someone called Dollar saying, quick question, why do we trade FOMC on a 10-minute chart? So Mr. Dollar or Mrs. Dollar, I think I answered your question. So say that the market, there's the current 10-minute bar closed right here. That would require a stop loss of approximately 80 points in the Nasdaq. So I'd probably just stick to this trading size here. And in the Dow, it would require a stop loss of currently 120 points or even more. So this is now it's just a question of waiting. What I would like to say is that I've had great success with flipping the switch on FOMC night, and what I mean by that is, say that I got long up here at 41,073 and the market then reversed. Even if it reverses down later on, I would still then take the short side. I think I have some illustrations of that here. No, this isn't particularly visible, so this is quite a plain vanilla short. Also plain vanilla long, but then flip the switch short here. If I had more time, I would take you through more examples, but there was a bit of an impromptu idea of mine to trade the FOMC with you. My intention is just to implement the trade for you to see, and then I'll stop streaming. It's I don't usually trade this late. It's quite late here at night. But I felt like it was a good idea to show you. So that's what we're doing. So a few more minutes. Some more questions are popping in on Telegram. If I went long Nasdaq right now at 750, my stop loss would be below at 668. Dow is charging ahead. It's going to be interesting, because I think there would be sellers that are coming in above 114. I took a long position earlier on candle number. I'm just make sure that I've done this correctly, because this is a 5-minute chart. So I've changed the time frame now. So I took a long position once we started trading above candle number 3's high. That works well for a scalp with much less risk. If I didn't have a rule of 4 to execute in a minute or so, I would sell short above 114 or 136 in anticipation that the market. But if the Dow actually if this was the size of the candle, then you can see here it's a 200-point stop loss. It's quite a chunky stop loss, so I can already begin to address that. I'll just put a 250-point stop loss, and if you think that that's too much, then don't do it. It's as simple as that. Currently the stop loss in the Nasdaq is 100 points. Again, if you're trading futures big size and you're not able to adjust to a smaller lot size, then this may be. Yeah, so see what I was talking about ahead of the how we are selling off from the 136 area. It hit 136.75 and the old low was 136.70. This bar here represents the breakdown area, and any opportunistic buyer would basically thinking I'm going to take profit above the 30-minute high. So just changing the so I just put in a buy order, so it's easy to see. I assume that this is it, so there you go. So now I got a buy order here in the Dow at 41,140. So it's basically a breakout trade, and the same here in the Nasdaq with a buy order at 19,775. Stop loss right now should be down here. and the same with the Dow. And then it becomes a question of managing it. It seems like there's an obvious target up here in the Dow at 41,240. We'll see. Haven't been filled. So here you would be able to, there should be the two orders. You could also put in the short orders if you wanted to. If you're using my software, just hold in the control button and drag the mouse. So I think I'm going to get filled now. So I'm filled in the NASDAQ. NASDAQ broke up above highs, made new highs. So now that trade is active. Dow hasn't triggered. So we'll see. The drawdown of a technique like this is the size of the stop loss. I'm just going to hang around with you for another couple of minutes and just see if the Dow fills. Would I add to the NASDAQ? Can't answer that. I won't do it tonight. At least not how I read the market. If I felt that there was some momentum going, yeah, probably. So filled in the NASDAQ, but not filled in the Dow, and currently losing 15 points. As you often see, sellers are coming in above prior bar high after a news event. Now it's just a question of whether we can gather momentum to take out the highs pre-FOMC announcement. So I will stop streaming, and for a little, so actually a good question just came in. Have you traded in the DAX? Here's the DAX. As you can see, I haven't traded in the DAX, but it's the same story. 1, 2, 3, 4, long above. And in the FTSE, where's my FTSE chart? I haven't got a FTSE chart up and running. I'll show you. So here's 1, 10 minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hasn't triggered the FTSE yet, but it will so now. Yeah. And you can absolutely trade it in the FTSE and in the DAX too. Of course, if you do that, you triple or quadruple your exposure. Great if it goes your way, not if it decides to turn around. So I'm going to leave you at this point here where I'm just in one position, and that's the Nasdaq, and I'll update you via Telegram if I do anything. Someone is asking me, how do you manage it? You sit at the computer or you leave it? I just keep an eye on it. I have a stop loss in. There are many screens in my house with Okay, so final question here. I don't understand something about the rule of 4. The FOMC is at 21:30 my time, but the fourth candle should be 22:10. Why you trade the 21:40 candle? I don't. The FOMC is not 21:30. The FOMC, your time, is 2100. But maybe you should consult with a news outlet calendar. Okay. Sorry to be the one that has to act as your Google search engine. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that this lesson was clear. I'm going to leave you doing not so well right now. Okay, so this gentleman is just okay, so Mihail, or whatever your name is, Mihai, you just sent me a screenshot and it clearly says that the interest rate decision is at 2100 hours. And then you sent me one saying that that the press conference is 21:30. And so if you count 4 10-minute bars from the 2100 interest rate, I think you're going to find that that is 2140. Can we agree on that? It's just basic maths. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'll be seeing you when I see you. Just a quick update. I'm currently minus 72. Come on, FOMC. This would be the first time that I've traded this publicly where it's not working. Glad that the Dow wasn't triggered, because I may have to go short, but we'll see. Thanks a lot, and if I do anything, I will let you know in Telegram. Bye-bye for now.